All right, family, welcome back. We took some time off. We're here again, the culture, third episode, and today we got someone special. This brother is a real heavy hitter. Anyone know who knows music, truth music, trap soul music, they know this brother, man. The work ethic is unparalleled. His catalog is 21 projects or more deep. Ain't nobody working as hard as this brother, and we appreciate him taking time to step into our platform and talk to us, talk to the culture, and bring us the real. You know what I mean? I want to present to y'all, beloved Daud. Thank you, my brother, and welcome.
Man, it's a pleasure, man. Appreciate you for having me, man.
Oh
Appreciate you
man.
for having me, brother.
Hey, I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan, man. So this is
Hey,
special, bro. This is special, man.
yes,
Um,
sir. Yes,
so
sir.
so first question: who is beloved Daud?
Man, I'm a son of my people, man. You know, I come from I'm the average I'm the average young black kid. Came up from poverty, you know what I'm saying? Public school, nothing too fancy. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. So if my sources are correct, you started off in Anderson, South Carolina, correct?
Absolutely.
All right. So talk to me, my brother, what that was like growing up in Anderson, South Carolina. This is deep south. I'm coming just to give you an understanding. I'm up in Canada, in Toronto.
Okay.
So we only know the South what we saw in the movies, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
explain to me what that was like, looked like. Slavery wasn't too a few hundred years ago, and the residue
Hey,
was still
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So
Hey,
so
the spot that I'm from, man, like Anderson, man. Now when I was young, bro, we still used kerosene heaters and still and
wow,
lamps to light the house. So
wow.
now and like I'm 40. I just turned 40. So this in the 80s. So around like I remember like in 88, 89, you still had the lanterns
Wow.
at the house with the kerosene. So it's real. It's like everybody know everybody. Pretty
Mm,
slow.
mm,
Uh, multiracial.
mm.
You know what I'm saying? My grandma was like this. She was a nurse, like for like 35 years or so. So she retired from it, but she also used to take care of like children that was may seem like a bit abandoned. They
Mm.
didn't have their parents and stuff there, so it was a lot. It was a lot of mixture inside her household. We grew up around a lot of cultures and people. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Spanish, Spanish. I mean Spanish, Greek, man, shoot. Average Negro, Caucasian,
Yeah.
things like that. But yeah, we so but they was from New York City though. They was from
Who,
New
who
York
who was
City.
from New York?
My grandmother, my mother, and all them, they just kind of moved down there. They kind of migrated
Okay.
to the
Okay.
south.
Oh.
I guess for a little, like a much slower life. They want
Mm.
a much humbler life. So but they was still upbeat. They was
Okay.
still upbeat. So
Okay.
we don't. That's why I don't sound so so deep country.
Right. Right.
You can still hear my words.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So because I grew up in a household that was big on pronunciation and everything. But it was very my mother. My mother was a young mother,
Mm.
so she didn't have no experience, but she was on her own.
Mm.
So she was making mistakes and learning from them
Right.
with us. So by the time she got in her old age, she was way much better at it
Right.
than we were when we were young. So we probably was in some low situations, some very low situations, being that's all she could afford.
Right. Of course. Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what South Carolina was like. But when I was 9 years old, my mother moved us away from there. and we came to Atlanta.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So before we get to Atlanta, like Anderson, South Carolina, it said like the native during there was a war, I guess a civil war, Native Indians settled there. So I'm assuming you saw some of that in that multicultural
absolutely,
melting pot.
absolutely.
It
And
also go ahead, bro. Yeah.
my actual last name it is like Anderson. So I'm
Mm.
from Anderson and my last name Anderson.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's deep like that out there. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
Well,
you
actually,
know,
before you said that, you told me you're from New York, but I know there was a thing where like when they were when they were freeing the slaves, and a lot of them took the last names of where they were from. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But I know you. I guess you guys are from New York, so that might not apply to you. So, but
Nah, they actually did because my grandma, my great grandmother was the one that actually went up there, but my great grandmother was actually from there.
okay,
So it was actually known about, but they went away from there for a minute to get a better sight of things.
facts.
But it was too fast.
Yeah,
You know how that city life is, man.
big city, yo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay,
That change of pace can either destroy you, man, or mold you into a better, mold you into a better businessman or
yeah.
person like that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Okay, so and then last thing about Anderson. So they said the cotton gin, it got industrialized there, meaning the first electric cotton gin. I'm just reading off the internet what I could find. I want to do
Yes,
my
sir.
homework. I respect the level of artist, so I said I gotta come prepared. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
anyways, they said the cotton gin got industrialized there. So clearly, slavery was a thing there.
yeah. Man, they still got little. I think they probably done took them down now, but it was still like the slave huts where they held slaves at.
Wow,
Those
wow.
things were still up. But and the crazy thing about it, you could rent them out. Yeah, they was that,
Like a vacation.
yeah, they was renovated out. You can go in there and probably, what I'm saying, kick it a couple nights if you want to, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey man, to each his own. So that flag with the X and the stars. I think it's a patriot flag or something like
Yeah,
that.
like a rebel flag.
Rebel
Yeah, I
flag.
know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Okay, so like I said, we up north, so we only know what we see on TV. But anytime in Toronto, when we would see someone with that in their car or window, we'd be like, "Oh, that's the racist flag." Is is that a true understanding of that, or do we got it? Are we just
yeah,
being biased
yeah.
of like,
Nah, yeah, man, that's true. That's true. But and with all respect, man, when you come from it, you kind of gotta learn that it's a culture behind it.
okay,
It really, like when people deal with racism, they deal with racism by the definition. But before you get a people that fit, it says by definition, racism is a person who believes that their race is superior either by their mental, or
mm,
what their fathers told them, or by
mm,
doctrine.
right,
So literally, like, I don't have a problem with a Caucasian man waking up in the morning saying that his people is the best people on earth.
right,
And I don't have a problem with a
hmm
Spanish gentleman saying that his people is the best on earth. I don't have
yeah,
a problem with that.
yeah, yeah,
That's how we supposed to be. We supposed to be at our greatest, and the men of whatever nation that is supposed to stand up and uphold the standard for his people.
facts,
So so when you start to deal with something where you start to intrude into what somebody want to keep pure,
yeah,
that man is fighting for something that he feels is right.
right,
Rather
Right.
we wanna categorize it as wrong or whatever. He's fighting for something that's right.
Right. Right. Or what
So
he
so
believes is
it
right.
what he believes is right. So
Yeah.
that's why it's so intense.
Mm.
That's why it's so intense. So you
Mm.
have to kind of learn the culture behind it. Like, if you give a person some general respect, they gonna give it back to you.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, if it's like if you know on that side of town, I'm sure he ain't gonna come visit the projects neither.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So
Yeah.
if he get caught in there, he's not trying to hang in there. He's trying to hurry up, get his stuff together, and get up out of there.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
we the only ones trying to fight for the right so that we can stand there and do what we want to do and take all the time.
Right.
He respects you like he wants you to respect him when you get caught in his neck of the woods.
Facts. Facts,
You
bro.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ain't a man who's trying to uphold the standard, upkeep the protection and the purity of of his people, his community, and all that. I don't have a problem with that, bro.
Right. Right.
A lot of us better start thinking like that, man,
Mm.
or we gonna always end up last.
Mm.
See, when you start trying to put words, you know what I'm saying, on what somebody's supposed to be standing for, like just because I'm more passionate than you about my people, it makes me racist.
Right. Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if we were both the same, we would respect each other because I wouldn't even be over there. You
Right.
wouldn't be over here, and we would both be growing in the
Yeah.
manner we want to.
Yeah.
But we can, if we were allowed to do that, then it would not be no fuss or would not be, you know what I'm saying, any discrepancy on who was the best.
Right.
Cause we could allow everybody to grow in their own pot,
Right. Right.
and whoever outgrows who, it was because of their intelligence
Yep. Yep.
in the way they move.
Right.
See, that's where it says. So I just learned to it says if you can be peaceable with all men. So I always try to find a positive in all the negatives.
Facts.
Cause see, it had to be a positive before you got a hater. So
Man.
that's why I can get a positive out of negative because it started with something positive first. Somebody just had to hate it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I guess what I'm taking from what you're saying is me who looks on TV and sees all this like racial tension and all that type of stuff that they project that's coming from America. You're saying like, yo, it ain't really that serious because it's a mindset. You know what I mean? A man is just appreciating his culture, and we should do the same.
Absolutely. We should. We should
Okay.
appreciate our culture
Okay.
and not try to push it on everybody.
Right. Right.
He's not pushing his organization on you. He's trying to keep
Yeah,
you
that's
out of
right.
that.
That's right.
You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? So, but what makes him smart is this, bro. What what we would do as children of God, right? What we always try to do is always try to include God in like when you put it on the brand and then people can read into it and then get biased instead of just saying this is good product.
Mm.
Let's say like if the KKK making product, if they got chips, you wouldn't know what chips you buying that would be supporting the KKK because it doesn't say on the back that it's supporting them.
That's right.
So it leaves the quality of the product right now. But when people buy into the quality, they don't know what they buying into.
Mm.
But it's not for the consumer to worry about that.
Mm.
It's for
Mm.
us to present a good product
Mm.
and then take the proceeds from that and make something happen.
Right. Right.
You know, for each other. What we're supposed to do is you take care of the poor first, right? Because if there was no poor people, it would be no more robberies and murders,
Right.
rapes, none of that.
Facts.
If everybody had a little something, and knew where his next meal was at and knew what we're gonna lay, it
Yeah.
would be no confusion. So we're
Right.
gonna pick the poor people up first, but that's who need it, right? And then we can give them to like sort of like where the middle guys at, the ones who actually got jobs and all that, who create opportunities for them. Now we got labor for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now people
Right.
can maintain these things that we need, and now you ain't got a lot of that stress and tension out there.
Bro, already we like 5 minutes in, man. You more than an artist, bro. You know what I mean? You're a visionary, man. You're a thinker, man, and I respect that, bro. I respect that. That's what we need throughout the culture, man. People who see the bigger picture and don't get caught up in these little traps and snares and boxes that try to get set for us. You know what I mean? Where it's like we're fighting against something that, you know what I mean? We should be putting our energy to building and stuff like that.
That's right.
It's true, bro. Yeah. Okay. So we moving to Atlanta now. You're in Atlanta. Grew up in Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta a couple times. Been in a few spots. Tell me, someone visiting a newcomer, because most people only haven't had the pleasure to visit Atlanta, where I'm from. A newcomer, tell me some spots where they can go and they get the taste of the city, like, you know what I mean? Whether it's music, food.
I mean downtown. If you want to actually go and just get like a little bit of whatever in that, it just be downtown. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
Definitely go downtown, hit the city. But anything outside of downtown, yeah, you might want to ask people because yeah, you can get caught in the wrong. You can get caught in the wrong spot or the right spot. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
it's like you would rather just go downtown to get a taste of Atlanta.
Okay. Okay. Just go
Yeah,
downtown.
just
Go
go
to
downtown.
and you
Yeah,
be straight. You be
yeah. You straight. You straight to go downtown. Yeah,
all right. All right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you said you're 40. I'm 42. I just turned 40 as well in September. So I know you're gonna remember this moment. So it's 95. All right. I'm
Uh
gonna
huh.
set the stage for you. It's 95. New York Source Awards.
Uh huh.
OutKast just win New Group of the Year.
Uh huh.
3 Stacks up on stage with a purple dashiki on and says, "Yo, I'm tired. Tired of folks don't want to hear demo tape." Was like, "We got a demo tape. Nobody want to hear it, but the South got something to say. That's all I got to
That's
say." You remember
that's
that
right.
moment? Yeah, you
I
remember
do.
that moment.
I do.
What was Daud doing then? When in that moment, what were you doing?
Man, man, believe it or not, bro, I wasn't even like I never thought I would be making music.
Wow.
I was actually like a consumer. Like I ain't even like rap, bro. My favorite artists don't even have nothing to do with rap.
Jeez.
Yeah. So it was like I got introduced to rap, the form of rap, like probably in my I'm gonna say 14, something like that. 14, 15, something like that.
So that's like 99 or something like that?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, I think was like the
Yeah.
first,
Yeah, that was one of my
yeah,
first albums too.
yeah, tape I ever heard.
Yeah.
So now, when that happened, what it was a transition out here because the music sounded like Florida. You feel what I'm saying? Like real upbeat. It
Yeah.
was for the girl. It was for the girls to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was for the girls to twirl to.
Yeah. The
Yeah, so
booty music, man.
booty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
So so it was very fast paced. So they kind of slowed the pace down to where it was to the lyrics,
okay.
cause it was a whole. It was the Dungeon family. It was Outkast, but they was part of the Dungeon family. It was Goody Mob in there.
Yeah.
You had Killer Mike, all
Yeah.
that stuff. So
Killer Mike was in the Dunn family?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
All right. All right. Okay. So who was your favorite artist if it wasn't a rapper then?
my favorite artist all time is Michael Jackson.
Nice, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
time Michael Jackson. Yep.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he transcends all genres of music, right? So
Yeah.
that's only right.
Like, and see, that's the. It's like through all that pressure. See, what made me with Mike was through even with all the pressure. No matter what they said about Mike, it's like Mike got bigger.
Mm,
It's like Mike could process all that negativity and turn it like into positivity. Like really, Mike was brainwashing the world. He was a man. I'm sure he
yeah,
got mad. I'm sure he
yeah,
got mad
yeah.
and upset and anything like that, like any other man. But to not be able to always be able to, overcome all that hate, man, and just give love, bro. That's a different level.
Facts, yo.
That's a
Facts.
different level.
Yeah,
And then make number 1 albums and stuff like that, man, without putting hate in the message. Like he not even talking hate in his message. He talking love while they hating him.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Mike was something else.
So okay, so yeah, we all love Mike, but then the controversial side. What's your thoughts on that? Then, do you think all that stuff happened? Because I mean, I think he's on record saying he was sharing beds with little kids, and like, I mean, I don't think he was doing none of that stuff. But just that alone is not. No optics is not good for that, yo. It's not a good look.
Yeah, no, it's not. But it's like this. Why would you try to do it to Mike so heavy when it's people you can go just shine a flashlight in they house
Facts, holy.
and it's right there? So that's why I can't believe, because you putting too much effort on it. You
Yeah,
got him too much under a microscope and letting others get away with it. Where if
right.
you just opened the door, you would see it happen.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So really, man, unless with me, man, because of his status and what he stood for, because they hated that Mike was smart, man.
yeah.
Bro, he could handle his business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Everybody loved him, bro. He was international. The man did. He could hold it on.
yeah.
So just like King James,
Mm,
his
mm.
enemy, they left his enemies to tell his story.
Right,
And
right.
get what they said about him.
Yeah, I know what they
He
said.
Yeah, he that he did, but
Yeah.
they got a book called the Basilicon Duran, right? And it's like a biography of King James, and it talks about it was 2 crimes that you automatically got hung for, and the thing that they accused him of being was one of the crimes you got hung for when he was a king.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the king would have had to get hung
Yeah.
for breaking his own rules. He set that. He set the rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now he was a Protestant. If you
Mm.
look at the root word of Protestant, that's protest.
Mm.
So so he was the one protesting against the Roman Catholic Church.
Mm.
So he was known as a heretic.
Mm.
So if you leave your enemies to talk about you, they'll say anything about you, especially if they just left with an empty page. We know nothing about them.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Yeah,
They so
yeah.
so go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Now, depends on who telling the story, and
Yeah.
it depends on what type of ear you have. Whether
Right.
you listening from a ally standpoint or adversary.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, man, like this, it's almost like a playbook, family. It's like the demonization of our people that are in positions of power, positions to make change in the community, righteous people who can affect the conscious level of the people in the community. It's like you said, man, when we leave it up to the enemy to tell the story, man, it's always going to be a negative spin to it.
It is.
Yeah.
It, it's because it has to be like that. That's what lets you know that it's two forces going at it.
Mm.
See, it calls one the accuser. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
calls one, the light bringer.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So as long as I'm bringing the light, right, and telling people that I'm trying to do good, it makes me a target for people to see what bad I'm doing. But
Mm.
but if I never say that I'm trying to do good, it would never make people target me. I'm
Facts.
just like them.
Yeah, that's right. That's
So
right.
so literally when you switch sides and say now you like, well, I'm gonna be a good man, that's something that people say is impossible
Right.
because they put it on something that they don't even know nothing about. Man,
Yeah.
we all sin. They say we all sin, and you be like, so what is a sin?
Mm. Mm.
So a sin, if I slapped you, it wouldn't be a sin. That's because that's an offense against you.
Mm.
A sin is an offense against God.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I can come and tell you sorry and pay your doctor bills, give you something, and
Yeah.
we can rectify that problem.
Right.
But if
Right.
I go do something against God, I gotta go to God and rectify that problem.
That's right.
You
That's
feel
right.
what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
I can't sin against you. I can only offend my brother or sister, but I can actually fix that
Mm. Mm.
with redeemable actions.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's stay there. Because now, man, you got me going all over the place. You know, I can only offend my brother with redeemable actions. However, in our culture, we got the Bloods and the Crips. We got we got we got black Democrats, we got black Republicans. You know what I mean? We got East Coast, West Coast back in the day, right? It seems like we're always at odds with each other. Why does the black community struggle with those redeemable actions to make things right before it leads to the gunplay?
It would have to, if we could get right without the instructions, then we would have never needed the instructions. It wasn't no point of nobody telling us or talking to us about it.
Mm, mm,
Without the solution, we supposed to be in chaos. We supposed to be number one in disease. We supposed to be number one in murder. We supposed to be number one in abortions. We supposed to. Because it says right there, without me, without this power, without this wisdom, if you deny it, so us denying, we're people that's out of order. So the thing that we would need is order.
yeah, yeah,
So they say, well, man, a man. They say, well, a black man is 2/3 of a man in America, and you
right,
say, well, you say, well, three fifths of a man, and you say, well, so the three is mind, body, soul. So that's no different than an animal. That's why animal got
mm,
more rights
mm. Hey, yo,
because
I,
they naturally act that way.
yeah, I was about to say, we seen how they did Mike Vick, yo, up in it, up, you know what I mean? We see how they,
Okay,
right?
okay,
I don't seen rapists get less time than Vick did for fighting dogs.
that's right. So what are we missing? The things that make you a man and a woman, a constitution, right, and a nationality.
Hmm. Okay,
You know what
so
I'm saying?
okay, so the black man's gonna say, we got the Constitution, we got the American Constitution. That
That
ain't for us.
no,
Okay, so tell what's our
it
Constitution?
would have wrote you in. See, your constitution is what wrote you in.
Okay.
See, I can't get mad that I wasn't wrote into American Constitution. When I came here, when I came here, I was the Bucks. I was actually the product. I wasn't considered the man. So when we got here, I couldn't have been at the table and negotiate.
Right.
I was getting negotiated. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, this Constitution wasn't made for my forefathers because my fathers wasn't sitting at the table.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, right. So literally, like, I want to go somewhere where my fathers was sitting at the table too, and we all broke bread, and I got my piece too.
Got
So
you.
this written in for my fair share because I don't put my portion in, and this is why this is for my advantage to keep my family rich.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't blame him for writing me out. Yeah, I'm just wait. Look, man, it says you reap what you sow, right? Now, one thing of what makes a I tell man this all the time. If a tree outside is a herb, right? It's a herb,
Yeah.
and it outlives man. But man is supposed to be his grand creation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His grand creation. Why is it? You know what I'm saying? Why do a tree outlive a man? Because it stay obedient.
Yeah.
Anything that stays in its natural order always outlive a man.
Mm. Mm.
Always. We don't live in our natural order.
Right.
See, more reserved. See, if you was a king, right? You know when people run around talking about "What's up, king?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When the king left his throne, bro, you was out of order.
Hmm. Hmm.
When you leave your throne, you out of order.
Mm.
The king always has to be in place as the example and to judge them situations
Right. Right.
that the people have to always see. See, you never know. So the king got to stay at home.
Yeah.
So when if that's when it comes, this when things start to be known about. Like, if you don't know how to do things like that, then you can't teach nobody home economics.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How to turn their skill set into currency or some change. You know what I'm saying? It's a little time, a little sweat. Turn a little time and sweat into a whole full blown operation. How to plan. See, that's why I say you got to get out there and fail. You got to fail. Why? Because why you got to fail is because literally it has to be. That's the only way to learn because we didn't have our fathers or uncles or
Mm.
or big bros or people like that to teach us to just give us the bridge.
Right.
So
Right.
we have to become that now.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
can't blame them for failing us or nothing like that. We just have to pick them up along the way.
Yeah.
We were open to some things that they were probably not open to because time is a bit faster and information is out there. You had to have a library card when the elders was popping.
Hmm.
So you gotta give them their flowers
Right.
because they really took a library card, went and researched that stuff, and brought it to the people. What brings confusion now is that it's least work. Now all you got to do is hit your Google.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So, Daud, them boys on the street, them boys still in that life. They're gonna be like, "Yo, beloved, I hear you. I hear you, man. But my family, my seeds can't eat no scriptures. My seed need clothes, shoes on their feet, roof over their head. That's why I'm out here. I hear you with all that. We the people, we God's people, we this. And Three Stacks had a line. He said, what's the point of telling someone, I'm paraphrasing, someone the truth and telling them to leave that life if we don't show them a way to feed themselves?
yes, man.
You just said, yo, turning your skills into, monetizing
That's
it.
right.
So give me some tangible examples that you would tell our brothers
Okay.
in the street.
The scriptures say a man that don't work don't eat. Right. I give you something. you got a 12-year-old boy right now, go to his local grocery store and get a 48 pack of water for $3. They make $48 and keep flipping water all day. It's a 12-year-old.
Is it a true
Now,
story?
this is a true story. This is the Atlanta Water Boys.
Wow.
These young brothers make like $1,400 a day.
Man, that's dope.
So you mean to tell me you saying, see, if what he did was get up. A little 12-year-old got up. He said, I don't want to sell that. That's gonna put me in jail.
Yeah.
I know somebody wants some water.
Yeah.
And he went out there and sold his water and took off. He made it convenient. It's still the same. It's the transition. The only thing that make the hustle crazy. The only thing that make the hustle crazy is what you selling.
Right.
That's the only thing that make the hustle crazy is what you selling.
Right.
If you can actually make that transition, you can get there. Let Aunt see you right there. Right there, man.
Young Prince. Young
Yes,
Prince. All right.
What's up, man? Yes,
who's this now?
Yes, sir. This I yield, man. I yield Daud.
Okay. And I yield, what does that mean? I know that's Hebrew.
Yeah, that's Ram. It means leader, chief man.
Oh, big.
Yeah, leader, chief man.
Nice. Oh man, dope, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's blessed, man. That's blessed. Hey, this right here, what's on the screen right now? This is what we lost. Like our generation, man. I didn't have my dad right beside me. You know what I mean, feeding me and giving me wisdom and nothing like. Where she passed at an early age, may the Most High rest his soul. But this is what we miss, man. You know what I mean? It's
yes, sir.
You know, it's a new generation coming up, but we still got some young boys who are struggling. So we saw the YSL, Young Gunna, Young Thug, the Rico, and all that stuff, right?
Big facts.
Yeah. So if we talk about the Atlanta Water Boys, here we have artists that actually made it. They was making bread off their craft. They was making bread off their art. Why do you think that it is so hard for them to transition from?
It's that product. See, it's like, it's still like it says, when you train a child up from this, the ways never depart from them.
Right.
So
right.
the ways that they was taught when they was young haven't departed from them. Yeah. Right. So they get a good situation, but they still that same person.
Dang.
See, yeah. So it's just the only thing they did was switch uniforms. All you do is you just intensify the person that they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you give a serial killer $1 billion, he gonna be a even like slicker. You know what I'm saying? More vicious killer. Because now he got enough resources.
Right. Yeah. 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 Okay. So I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, but so now we have NBA YoungBoy. He's from Louisiana. And he's saying, I woke up one morning and I regret all the negativity I put in my music. I done led the people astray. You know what I mean? Black China, social media, reality TV star, on her IG, getting baptized, taking off her Baphomet tattoo, going to church, all that stuff. Do you think, Daud, that the industry will accept positivity coming from our culture? Because right now it's set up to to get rich off us through unrighteousness.
Yeah, it will be. The
Okay.
reason why it will be is because people looking for a way out. So if this stuff end up being something like that works, people are gonna start taking those doors.
Right.
These are real people. So
Right.
people, if a person with that much money and fame trying to run away from it, it's only gonna alert a person running that way to run away from that.
Right. Right.
Because that person, why is that person running away from
Hmm.
it? When they in the best position? I want to
Right.
be just like them, but they running away from it.
Right. Right.
So it's actually gonna change a lot of people.
Okay. Okay.
Son. Come on, baby boy. I love you. I know you're tired. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. It is. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful, man. Okay, so we see our brother Kanye West.
Yes, sir.
He's trying to start alerting people like, hey, this is who we are over here. Pay attention to this. And look at the music that they're getting rich off. Killing each other, fornication, abortion. They getting paid off that. We ain't getting paid off that. If we knew who we were, we would treat each other better. Then he slid and went a little further off and said, "Oh, Hitler, all that stuff," and
that's where he went off.
Yeah,
that's where he went off.
Yeah.
See, you could tell when it went from standing up and just telling the truth to now you want to insult and kick somebody, and that's when they gonna hit you hard.
Right.
See, when you start going for the personals and you start talking about what's going on in people's bedroom and secret spots, see, you just hurt. See, that has nothing to do with delivering the facts.
Right.
See, the facts is not to stain the man; it's to call the behavior. It's to actually make the behavior unclean. See, I'm not saying no man or no woman dirty. But if you actually go waddle in it, then it make you dirty.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? If you stay away from it, you back clean again. So I'm just saying that action is what makes us filthy. You know what I'm saying? It's just the action. So if we started judging the action instead of people would have a choice. Would rather they want to be dirty or they want to be clean.
Okay.
Yeah. But if we just sign people off and always say, "Oh man, you this, you wicked, you dirty, you that, I can't be around you, unrighteous." No, you gotta say that's unrighteous. See, pork is unrighteous. Only thing righteous, when you say right, that means that righteous. The root word, the righteous, is right.
Yeah.
See, it's not right to eat pork because it's considered bad.
Yeah.
It's considered bad.
Yeah.
Pork considered bad.
Yo.
So we just judging the action.
Okay, let me ask you something. Would you vote? Do you vote?
I don't.
Okay. Would you vote if a candidate said, "Yo, we're gonna give all sons of slaves reparations"? Would you vote?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
I want to be let go. You know what I'm saying?
You want to be let go?
I want to be let go. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I want to be let go.
So you want no handouts?
I don't want no handouts. I really feel that if you let us go and give us our plot and give us a few years, we'll be way better.
Where you going, Daud? Because it's like, listen, they done destabilized Africa. So you go into Africa, and I know people in Africa, they want to come back here because it's hard to make a living over there. So
listen, it's a difference anywhere anywhere his name at, bro, he's there,
Mm.
right? So we in four corners, we scattered out. You know why the land don't yield to those kind of poor people? Because those poor people ain't poor because of misfortune. Those people are poor because of their poor actions, their
Mm.
poor choices.
Mm.
Because they chose to take all that inheritance they have, like gold and ivory and all that stuff that they had, and they sold it off to all those foreigners. So now we just looking at a nation that has been weakened because they took what their fathers had left them and sold it off for women and wine and whatever else they did it for.
Yeah,
So
right,
now we
right,
watching a rich nation be overtaken because they sold all their resources.
right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Us too. Us too. This is why we fail. This is why we fail. It's only right that people fall off. So it's like I don't really care. That's not. We had to take ours too.
Mm.
Now the land is gonna yield to real misfortunate people.
Mm.
The land will yield to misfortunate people. You go to Mexico, who growing all the food and crops? Is it rich people or poor people?
It's the poor people.
That's right, because the land gonna yield to poor people. Who hungry?
Mm.
Who gonna pray? Please let it grow.
Right. Right. Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rich man already got a refrigerator full.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay,
Yeah.
so I read somewhere that said you're a community activist. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
so? This type of wisdom and knowledge you dropping throughout the community?
Yes, sir. Actually, we travel. So I've been off the radar a couple. I took a sabbatical
Mm.
because I wanted to go get some, study some more,
Yeah.
um, make sure I was in the right spirit, make and then actually get get more like learned on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So go make my failures, make my fall, revamp things so I can approach it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I came back now, and hey man, you my first interview.
Okay. So talk. Where you traveling? Who you talking to? Like, talk to us about
Oh,
that. Let
okay. I
us
go.
know.
Yeah, I done been to. I go to YMCA's.
Nice.
Most YMCA's around the nation, man, is full of us, our children.
Right.
I go to YDCs or youth detention centers and go talk to the young men in there. Tell them about alternative routes and also
Nice.
about preventative actions.
Nice.
Um, how to look at it differently. Like, don't look at it when you walk away like you being a chump, man. Just look at it like you got more mind control than the other fellow. You actually convince them to, bro. You actually convince them to do what you needed them to do. So
Yeah.
let's say, like, if any man, if I'm about to get into it with a man,
Yeah.
or a man about to get into it with me, and he's upset, he ready to get violent. Now he can convince me after he done made his passage, like he ready to do that, and I can convince him not to do it, and we both walk away peaceful.
Right.
So a lot of people would say that's chump, but it depends on how you look at it,
Right.
and you have to give them a different angle. So
Yeah.
it's like, well, really, you convinced him to be more like you because you was peaceful. He was angry.
Yeah.
So if y'all didn't fight, who won? You. So
Yeah.
I just beat you with my mind. I didn't even have to use my fist. I
That's
just
right.
beat you with my mind. That's how you beat your enemy, man. You outthink them and outlive them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not more disciplined than me, I don't have to worry about you. Eventually, you're gonna run into your demise.
Yeah. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
So I do the right thing. If I continue to do the right thing, I'm gonna outlive you because I was outthinking you.
Okay. Okay. So is the message received by the young people? Are they taking to it?
Yeah, but they do, but it's like a whole life ahead of them though.
What do you mean?
Because I mean, let's say if I tell you this now, you still got if you 18, you still got to make it to 30.
Yeah.
So if he holds on to what I told him all the way from 18 to 30, he should be all right.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be so much life in between that it's really up to him. Like I be telling them, man, it's really up to you if you even trying to be good or not.
Hmm.
Like that's the point. It's
Hmm.
like, are you trying to be a good man? It's not trying to find an alternative route, just only an alternative route.
Hmm.
Cause you can just go work at the gas station if that's the case. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
We talking about an alternative like
Yeah.
like your whole self.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother path for you if you just change your attitude.
Right.
If you change your attitude, you would never be in jail. Right now, you would be probably doing what you want to do versus what somebody telling you to do.
Yo, man. Shout out to you, my bro. Shout out to you, my bro, for putting your effort into trying to reach our young brothers and sisters now.
Yes, sir.
Is there a name? Is there a name for like? Is it like a
Oh,
nonprofit or what? Like,
yeah, nah, man. We got the big like we always make a joke, man. We got the biggest no fund me, the biggest no fund me in the nation, man. But it's urban servants officials.
okay,
Yeah,
urban servants.
urban servants officials.
Yeah, yeah. I actually I went on your website. I was trying to buy a tee or something like that, but it was saying no merch available. I was trying to get one of them urban service tees. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
man. I actually that's why I say we revamping things right now because we did get right there. So we coming back and rebranding and different things like that because like I told you, we don't want to put this who powers it. We just want to sell you a nice product.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we use the proceeds to empower who we need to.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we moving in the manner. That's why we had to, rebrand, get things together, man, so we can be an asset to the people.
That's right. Take a
We
step. Sometimes you got to take a step back to go forward a little bit, right? You know what I mean?
right.
Switch up the game plan.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.